meantime, yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I finally received this rope from Leica. As you can see, it's a double rope, double strap rope, made from mountain climbing ropes. And getting to know the camera now. Talk to you later. This is an amazing camera. I'll tell you that one thing.
David is simply blown away.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a nice place. I'm just gonna give you a tour. Red Bull is David's favorite Formula One team. Just making some behind the scenes of David using his Leica to take a photo of this beauty. It is simply stunning. What do you say? David is speechless. I have rarely seen him not talking.
First of all, the place is amazing. But what this camera does...
I'm short, guys. That's why the camera angle is like this. Because I am tiny.
So, I was quite far away from this. Far away in terms of a 43mm lens. But here, I took this photo with cropping that is put here on this button. And here I see different lenses, so to speak. And this is how I made it. Of course, it has less megapixel, but that's the good thing about a high megapixel. High megapixel count. I like it. You blow me away. The same here.
And how are the haptics of the camera?
The camera is insane. Really have to say that. Simply insane. I've never seen or used such a camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I used now the Leica Look brass, and I don't think I will have to do much of editing. It is, I'm speechless. And truth be told, this lens, this camera, is, I understand why the M series equivalent is 9,000 euros.
Yeah.
I understand it. So, for a third less, you get this excellent lens, and you get a camera, a 60 megapixel full frame camera in on top, and that is simply unbelievable. I had seen Leica back in the analog days. My father's M, my father's Leica Flex. I used R4 and R5 at the moment when Leica was not so good as a company. They suffered a lot until Mr. Kaufman came, Andreas Kaufman. He is a Leica enthusiast, and he saved the camera out of nowhere, you know, for sentimental reasons. And when you think of it, this camera is handmade. This is equivalent to Rolls-Royce where the technician, here they don't, the main technician, main engineer, signs. Here you pay 6,800, and yes, in the beginning and for a long time I said it's quite some money. But when I compare it to everything I had before, which sometimes cost even more, my Canon R5 with the 24-70 lens cost at least that, and I had more lenses. And now with the button I go up to 150 and still get amazing photos. We are here at Hangar 7 and having a coffee. Around me you see a lot of people I at least know by name, because I'm old enough. Lorenzo Bandini, one of the earliest Ferrari stars. Earl Shelby, Ford Shelby. This movie with Matt Damon. What I wanted to tell you is, I did a lot of research. I told you in my last video about which camera to choose, the 43 or the 28 Q3. And I'm very happy I went with the 43. I also heard a lot of bullshit, and it is the usual anti-Leica. Yeah, Leica is nothing particular, it is overrated, overpaid, everything. Some even went as far as criticizing the viewfinder and the display and everything. I have to tell you one thing. I'm 61 years old, and I have seen a lot of cameras, analog, digital. I had them. I wouldn't say I had them all, but I had a lot. This is hands down the best camera I ever had. I used from the Leica looks side several looks, Leica looks, and it is amazing. You will see it during the course of this video. There will be always photos in between, and you will see it, of course, on my second Instagram. As of now, I will be back a little bit later. As of now, we are having a coffee to rest. We took some amazing shots. Yasmina also with her Leica Deluxe 7. There is something magic about this look, and I'm very glad we went here. It's beautifully snowing outside, and we are having a great time. For the moment, because my coffee is waiting, you see, oat milk, because we are vegan. And I will be back one more time, over and out. So, now our trip is finished, and I want to say a few words. First of all, I had tested a previous model of the Q, and I think it was the first Q. And back then I saw the potential, but it was only the Q3 that made me really think about getting it. And all the other Leicas were out of reach for, as I already stated, absence of IBIS. Now this, and during my decision-making process, 28 or 43, you cannot really say tested, but I tried at 28, and the handling is the same, but this lens, I now really understand. There is a huge difference between seeing a video, listening to people who used or use it, and actually using it yourself. It is the most impressive and most amazing camera I ever had. Now, the fact that it is a fixed lens is really balanced by the fact that you have this button at your disposal where you crop into certain lens types, going down to, or up, as you want to say it, 150. tremendous camera. I'm very happy to own it. It is great. It is simply great.
Yeah, I love Red Bull. They do everything right. Just look in what short period of time they achieved in Formula One. They took Leipzig from somewhere down the road up to first Premier League, so to speak, Bundesliga in Germany. I like Red Bull. I don't like their drinks, but I like their spirit of entrepreneurship. I like their adventurism. I like the way they engage and let experts do their way. I was very happy when Klopp decided to work for Red Bull as head of global soccer, and going there and seeing this whole operation of Hunger 7 showed me once again that being Austrian does not necessarily mean you are backwards, but this is why most of the Austrians and many other losers love to hate Red Bull. They do things right. And the architecture is amazing, beautiful, daring, bold. The exposition, you see everything they do and how they engage and act in their fields, in their activities. We're certainly going to return. It is not so far from the places we usually are. And they have a lot of planes and a lot of cars to show. So we will certainly return and also test the restaurant. It is, I hope they have vegan dishes, but it is a high-class fine dining restaurant. Now, that was the trip. I hope you enjoyed my presentation of Hunger 7 objects and everything and the trip. At least a little bit as we did. Of course, we did it, but I really hope you enjoy what you see. And until next Sunday, over and out.